This is Joshua Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by the Romford Bull, Johnny Fisher. Johnny, first of all, thank you very much for your time. How is everything?
All good, how are you?
Very, very good. Delighted to be a big day for yourself, the announcement, the rematch. You take on Dave Allen live at the Copper Box, headlining. How excited are you to get this opportunity?
Excited, ready to go, ready to put on another show for the British public.
What was the reasoning for going for the rematch? Speaking to Adam in the build-up before the fight was made, we weren't sure if we were going to take this route and go with the rematch. What was it about the rematch that made you sign the dotted line?
It's a fight the public were interested in. It's a fight I think I can win in a lot better fashion than I already have. And when you're a man and you go to bed at night and you know you can do something better and something's calling you back into the fire, you've got to answer the call.
Watching back that first fight, how much confidence could you take away from that, especially given the heart that you showed in there?
I can take a lot of confidence out of there because I was literally swinging around with no balance from round 5 and he couldn't get me out of there. So if you can't get me out of there like that, it's a very limited chance it's going to happen again.
Speaking to Dave and seeing him in the build-up to this, in an interview that he did with me a few weeks back, he said, he's shown your ceiling and the only place you're going in the rematch is the floor. How do you respond to that?
It's just words. It's just words. It means nothing. He couldn't do it last time, so I don't know how he thinks he's going to do it again this time after I've got 10 rounds of experience of it.
Do you feel you've faced the best Dave Allen there, or the best version of him that he could possibly have brought at the time and this time?
That's the best Dave Allen we've seen. Whether he can get better than that, he might do. But the problem is I'm going to be better than I was on that night. I had a very, very long training period after the Babbage fight. I went straight to Fuerteventura, trained out there, thought I was fighting in August. Then it was September. That got cancelled twice, and then my one got cancelled, and I had a torn bicep, and then I was coming back after having rehab for that injury. So little things all add up, and he'll never get a better opportunity to fight me than that. And let's see if he can have the same zeal for the next fight. If he does, bring it on.
You mentioned having the injury and everything. Do you feel maybe there should have been a little bit more time out of the ring before going into that fight, or do you feel you've done all the recovery and it was just the way the fight played out there, it played like that?
I've recovered well, no problems there. But yeah, it probably would have been nice to have a few more weeks doing a bit of rehabilitation, a bit of strength work. Looking back, hindsight's a beautiful thing, but we didn't know at the time. If we knew it was going to play out like this when I had 3 fights cancelled or 3 dates cancelled, after the August 24th one got cancelled, I probably would have had a month off and gone on holiday then, because your body, the human body, can only operate at high intensity for so long. And that's why my bicep snapped or tore in that little tear on the actual belly of it. So hindsight's a wonderful thing, but saying that, if I didn't do that and I did have a month off, I wouldn't have been able to fight Dave, and I probably wouldn't have put on such a good show for people to watch and get to see it again, you know?
You mentioned getting to see it again at the Copper Box. Do you feel this could have been done at an even bigger venue, especially seeing how well you packed it out for Babbage? This could have easily done an O2 or a Wembley Arena. It
could have, but I never complain if it's at the Copper Box because it's a great venue. Babbage, obviously, the memories we've got there, it will be a cauldron in there, and that's how I like it.
You feel like you're going to turn the Copper Box into a home for the Romford Bull Army?
It already is the home. Stratford, East London, West Ham's on the doorstep. Most of my supporters are West Ham, and it's home. So that's my home now.
What happens to Dave Allen in this rematch?
He gets beat.
Will you stop him or?
Could do. If I see the chance, I will. And if I gambled a bit more in the first fight, in the second round, I probably would have stopped him. But there's going to be a different edge to me this time. Last time I was disarmed a little bit by the niceness. And I do like Dave. I'm a mate of his. I would class him as a mate, but it's on pause for the minute because he's my enemy.
Has not necessarily the respect, but the respect as friends, is that out the window? It's just respect each other as fighters.
There's always respect. Respect is always going to be there. I'm a sportsman, but I have to, in my mindset, be a bit different because I was too polite last time.
Just want to get your heavyweight take on a few of the other big talking points. Rumours have it that we're going to see Daniel Dubois versus OLEKSANDR USYK rematch, but for undisputed this time. How do you see that fight unfolding?
I think Dubois can stop him. Really? Yeah, he stopped him last time. That body shot I've seen given 100 times over before. I've got a huge admiration for OLEKSANDR USYK, probably the best of our generation, but if there's one man who's going to stop Usyk now, after he's gone through Joshua and Fury, Dubois the final man, and there's a great Brit. And having known Daniel Dubois, I'll be backing Daniel Dubois every step of the way.
even without that first fight, but do you feel there'll be an even added sense of confidence if Dubois, Don Charles and that team know that body shot was legit? They can take a hell of a lot of confidence from that first fight.
Definitely. And Dubois is a different animal to who he was 18 months ago. I was sparring him about 18 months ago, 2 years ago now, and he's come on leaps and bounds since then. Through fighting Jarrell Miller, through fighting Hrgovic, and obviously the camps for Joe Parker, they'll all be in the bank, and I'll be backing him. I think he could be the favourite going into that fight. I really do.
I think he was a favourite. What makes you think he's the favourite going into it?
Bigger man, already dropped him. Should have stopped him last time. That's my opinion.
Anthony Joshua, who would you like to see him face next?
Tyson Fury. That's the one to make, and I'm sure they'll be in talks now to make that fight. It'll be a great fight.
Do you not believe that Tyson Fury is retired? Do you think it?
I know these little tricks. I love Tyson Fury. I've only met him a few times, but I love his family. But I hope he can get the fight on, because forget boxing public, the British public and the people around the world will tune in to watch a great fight against two former champions like that.
Who do you make the favourite going into that fight?
It's difficult to say. I'd say the man who's the more of the athlete, the man who's sort of been more regular and more active in the way he trains is Joshua. But you can never write Tyson Fury off. We've wrote him off before when he fought Deontay Wilder, and he gave us an absolute spectacle. So it's an interesting one. I don't normally sit on the fence, but I can't give you the answer. That's why it's such a great fight.
Just lastly, we've seen the big press tour, Benn versus Eubank. It's a fight that's got British boxing. It's got us all gripped. How do you see that fight going?
It'll be tough for Conor Benn to overcome that weight advantage. It'll also be tough for Chris Eubank to make that weight that he's been drafted in to do. But I don't know Chris Eubank well, but I do know Conor Benn, and I've spoke to him lots and lots of occasions, and he's been nothing but polite and nice to me, and I'll be backing him because he's the man. He's a local boy as well, and we'll be supporting him.
What did you make of the egg slap?
It was a good shot. I don't know if anyone was privy to that on Chris Eubank's team. I'm sure they were. I saw the egg detector the day after, so I don't know if he's planned that all himself or if Sky Sports have known something about that as well, or Ben Shalom, I should say. But yeah, you better watch out because it's on site.
On site, isn't it? Johnny, top man, really appreciate time and best of luck in the rematch.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you, Johnny.
Cheers. It's on site.